Hey Titans, we are the Broadcasting and Production class. We will be covering the school news such as sports, school events, clubs, and anything that happens.
If you have any ideas that you want to be featured in a Daily Titan, you can contact us at dailytitannews@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Good morning, Titans.
Welcome to the first episode of the Daily Titan. I'm Takaya.
I'm Sophie. So, what information or events are we covering this week?
I'm glad you asked. Have you ever ended up in a class that you didn't want to take and you had no idea how you got there?
Well, you're in luck. This week is all about class scheduling for next year.
I'm going to go to Miss Wiedemeyer in the guidance office to get all the information you need to get an awesome schedule for next year.
So you guys are going to be getting a colored form. This is a course request form. It's based off of your grade. So each grade will have a different course request form. On the front of it, you're going to have your core courses, and then at the bottom, I'll explain that in a second. Attached to that should be your transcript. This is your most up-to-date transcript, and this is going to tell you what classes you've taken, and this is going to help determine what you should be taking next. So what you're going to figure out first is if you need to retake any classes. So if you failed any classes, you will need to, on the front side, put an R next to that class down at the bottom. Okay? The top portion right here, this is something that you're going to do later throughout the day. So do not touch this at all. You're going to do this with your core teachers later in the day. Your TA teacher is going to tell you about some of the electives and different classes that we offer to give you some course descriptions so you know what you're going to be taking, okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to rank this entire page from top to bottom from 1 to 8. So 1 being the class you want the most and 8 being the class you want the least. But that means you're not going to do 1 through 8 right here. It means you're ranking 1 through 8 for this entire page. So for example, if someone wants senior science first, they want senior science, they're going to put a 1 and say the next class they want most is Spanish 2. Then they're going to rank that 2. And if it's a full year course, then you want to put 2 twice for both of them. So not 2 and 3, if that makes sense. Your TA can explain that a little bit more if I confused you a little bit. If any of you are interested in taking a CCP class, there's an upcoming informational meeting that you should go to with your parent. I would highly recommend it. It is February 15th at 6 p.m. in the Media Center. This is one of our conferences. In TA, you guys are going to sit down with your TA, your advisor, and go through this form and make sure it's correct. If you have questions, and you're just gonna have a discussion, okay? So February 14th is gonna be scheduling day. So that's when I take the current 8th graders through 11th graders to the computer lab to input all of these course requests.
Don't be late.
I have a question.
What's up?
If I put something in on the computer and I map out my schedule, would that be my official schedule for the next school year?
That's a really good question. So we're changing it up a little bit this year to where you're going to put all of your course requests, like classes that you're interested in. So you're going to put all 8 of those ranked classes into the computer. And then the computer is going to look at our master schedule that we're going to finish towards like April time. And then it is going to create a schedule for you. So you should have at least some of those. The first priority when it goes into the system is your core classes and the classes that you have to take. And then it'll fill in the electives.
When will I get my schedule?
Ooh, that's a really good question. So our goal this year is to give you guys your schedules by the last day of school. So hopefully you can take that home. Actually, I think the week of exams we might be giving it to you guys. So that way if you want to do any schedule changes, you can do that before you leave for summer break.
What if I plan on going to Scarlet? Would I have to finish certain things that are required before going to Scarlet?
So that's another really good question. Before you go over to the Oaks, you want to have PE, health, and work keys done. So if you are an incoming 9th grader or an incoming 10th grader, those are things that you definitely want to have on your schedule if you're interested in going to the Oaks. Now remember, freshmen have to take work keys, and sophomores have to take effective comp and research. So those are required classes that you have to take that year.
Thank you, Ms. Wiedemeyer, for your time and answering our questions about Curriculum Day. Back to you, Sophie.
Thank you, Takaya. And for seniors, since we don't have to come back here next year to make a new schedule, we'll be having a senior meeting. That's all we have for this week, so make sure to tune in for any other upcoming projects. Thank you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.